It's our last game in Corpus Christi, and we're here with one of the first-half champions on this Frisco RoughRiders team, Jerad Eickhoff, who started yesterday's ball game. Jerad, congratulations on making it to the playoffs, qualifying for that first-half title. I'm sure that everybody very happy about the accomplishment, looking back on what's been done here over the first 70 or so games.
Oh yeah, I think just guys putting in the work and putting in the time and the dedication that it takes to win that as many games as we did, and day in, day out. So yeah, the guys were ecstatic, and I was ecstatic, and I was really fortunate and get the opportunity to pitch on that that important day, and just try to keep my team in the game to win.
Of course, it wasn't really the way that everybody wanted to do it. You'd like to go on there and get a win in order to clinch. Last night you lose, but Midland loses, so you guys get the first half crown by default. Explain a little bit of the feeling there. You lose a really tough ball game in extra innings, but there's still a celebration to be had after.
Yeah, it's a weird situation because we're in the dugout and the game's over, and yeah, we lost the game. So everybody kind of doesn't know how to act really. So we kind of mosey on into the clubhouse or towards the clubhouse, and we were kind of hanging out, kind of putting our stuff in our locker, and then Woody, our manager, kind of really got us going and said, "Everybody up, get up in here." So we kind of got together, and he kind of spurred, I guess, the celebration, and all the work that we put into the season. One game doesn't matter, so it was definitely a good moment.
You were part of Jason's Myrtle Beach team last year for most of the year before coming up to Frisco. Is the feeling among this group of guys and the way you guys played here in the first half this year similar to what you guys did last year?
I think so. I think I don't know what Texas has done. I think with our players, we just try to have a good camaraderie. I think that's really important, and that's key for us in the clubhouse and off the field as well, is to have a good team and have good feelings towards each other. I think we all kind of get along really well, and just try to help each other in any way we can to kind of keep our mojo up or keep our energy up, and that kind of helps get things going, and that translates into things when you finally win and finally have a success and go to the playoffs. It kind of makes everything just a little more sweet. So
here with RoughRiders starter Jerad Eickhoff, you made the start yesterday. Evaluate it for us. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. You pitched well, but I'm sure that there's probably some more that you had left out there that you'd like to see a little bit differently.
Yeah, I was obviously with the final line. It is what it is, but I fell behind a lot to hitters, and I was able to make some pitches when I absolutely had to. My back was against the wall, but obviously that's not what you want to be in. You want to be attacking hitters, getting ahead, and finishing them quickly. But I think the biggest thing looking back is that no matter how everything turned out from batter to batter or pitch to pitch, is no matter what happened, I just try to keep my team in the game and try to. Yeah, they scored 2 runs on those 2 or 3 hits, but I just try to keep it at that and eliminate it, and just kind of keep those hitters and those defenders on their toes, and just really, like I said, try to keep my team in the game and give our team a chance. You
had a tough time commanding. It seemed like your command of all your pitches was just a little bit off. How tough is it to dig out of something like that? As the first or second inning, you say, "Boy, I'm having a hard time." What do you have to do there?
Really, it just comes down to it's more mental than I think physical, because you think about it was really moist. I sweat quite a bit when I'm out there, and here in Corpus Christi it's pretty humid, so it's the grip on your pitches is going to be different different here than Frisco or another place at that. So it's a physical adjustment with the grip of the baseball and just with that, but more so it's mental and just trying to trick your mind, saying, "Hey, I'm okay." Just attack the pitch and try to do your best, between pitches and pitch to pitch.
One thing I can't figure out, Leo had us. He had the bouncing ball that went right over Rua's glove. He had the home run last night. Why is it so difficult for this pitching staff to be able to get him out?
I don't know. I think there's always things in this game that kind of it seems to just work into a funnel, and everything just kind of works out for maybe one guy for one team or one pitcher for one team at that. I don't think there's much to it. I think we attack him. He's just maybe he's in a good point in the lineup where things just kind of fall into the table. But I don't think it's anything serious. I think it just kind of happens the way it happens, and our pitchers just going to keep attacking him and just try to get him out best we can.
You've had a lot of good starts this year where the final line has not reflected how well you've actually pitched. Is that frustrating sometimes when you take a look at the piece of the paper afterward and say, "Man, I was better than that"?
It is sometimes, but I think in the big scheme of things, you got to take a step back and just say, "Hey, just thinking about how long you've come and how much work you've actually put in, and the results that you've gotten, yeah, they're not, worth the way exactly I wanted to have them, but you know what? It's more so about the team and just giving everything I got on that day, and that's really all that matters. I mean, that's numbers can say what they want, but as long as I go out there and just try to keep my team in the game and attack the zone and go as deep in the game as I can, that's really all I can ask for.
We're about the halfway point for you. What are some of the things that you've been really pleased with your development and from where you were looking at the start of the season to where you are now, and what would you really like to improve for the second half of the season?
I've really been happy with the slider, my development of my slider. That's been a really big pitch for me in between my curveball and my changeup. So that was a big pitch for me. And the thing I try to continue to work on, which I've always have this past off season and through the seasons, my changeups, trying to take a little bit off of it, maybe a little more movement as well. So.
You're a big guy, and this is a pitching staff of big guys, both height, just size out there, bulk. Have you always been a guy that's bigger than most growing up as a kid?
Actually, I haven't. I was out of high school. I was about 6'3", $170, and looked like a pencil out there. But I was just devoted to the weight room once I got to college because I was a multi-sport athlete in high school. So once I got to college is when I kind of devoted my time to strictly baseball and strictly pitching at that, and then got to put some weight on and just try to develop as a pitcher. So.
Well, Jerad, congratulations on the start yesterday, winning the first half. That is certainly a notable achievement. Best of luck out here trying to maintain and take it through the second half of the season. Thanks so much for the time.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
That's Jerad Eickhoff. We're back right after this here on the Frisco RoughRiders Baseball Network.